All right, you guys, I'm going to introduce you to a single leg Romanian deadlift. Now, these are amazing total body. Matter of fact, this is a really good core workout too. You're really going to feel it like right at the top of your hips, right here in this area where we really want to kind of trim where that muffin top is. If we can tighten those muscles and then get rid of the fat, that's really nice. When we tighten the muscles, it pulls that squishiness in a little bit too. So that's a nice way to trim the waist in that area as well. So I love these, but they take a lot of focus, a lot of control. There's a lot of cueing and a lot of practice. Unless you were a dancer in your earlier life or currently, these might be a little trying for you, but stick with it. Once you get them down, they're a phenomenal tool to pull out of your tool belt. So I'm going to give you a couple cues here. One thing is, I want you to realize that if you want this leg, the leg that we're going to do the work on, okay, the stable leg, you want it to be tight. Like I want everything contracted, but I don't want to lock my knees out. So notice the difference in my knee here. This is locked out, this is not. So my knee is soft, but my quads and my calves are completely contracted. So are my glutes, okay? So this is rock solid even though my knee is soft. We don't want to lock your knee out. We don't want you to pass out, especially not in the position you're about to be in. So that's important. So think of contracting all those muscles. So contract it tight and then just relax your knee. Then contract them again. You're just your leg muscles and you should be good. That's a good way to get those all contracted. Then the next thing that we're going to do, I want you to think about is as we go into this, the position we're going to go in is straight as a board from your head to your heel. So I want you to think as if I'd come to your home, taken a board, tied it at the top of your head, tied it at your waist, and tied it at one of your legs, okay? If that was the case, then I can't be doing this, right? If that was the case, I can't be doing this. I can't move in different rates of speed. Everything has to move nice and neat as one piece if I had a board tied to me, okay? One piece, meaning the rate my head is going up and down is also the rate my foot is going up and down. And there's no wumpy, lumpy, bumpies in between, okay? That's a technical term, by the way. I went to college and paid a lot of money to learn wumpy, bumpy, lumpies. So that's the other thing is think of a board being tied to you. So if I had a board tied to my head, board tied to my leg, my standing stable leg is very, very contracted, but my knee is soft, okay? Also, when I come up out of the movement, meaning after I'm parallel to the floor and I'm going to reverse to come back up to standing, I want you to push through the heel, just like in a squat. And you will feel the power of that move from your heel all the way up your back and your legs. This is a really good way to make sure we're getting some great hamstring activation and glute activation. If you are worried about your underbutt area, you know, that butt right here, that part right here that oftentimes is not as shapely as we want, this is a perfect move for that, okay? Really lifts the underbutt. So, very important, push through the heel. The other thing is keep your foot box, meaning, you know, your toes and where the pads of your feet are, the balls of your feet, keep that spread out nice and wide and try to keep your weight as even as you can on it. And your foot is going to wiggle back and forth, even more so than it does when you first started squatting, because all your weight is on one leg, okay? So one leg is stabilizing everything. You're also going to keep your neck nice and neutral. Don't try to look at one spot. Matter of fact, as many years as I've done this, if I try to turn to you and look, or even try to look up, I will lose my balance. So just find one little spot on the floor that you can focus on and keep your eyes on it the whole time. Now, I'm going to show this first example not weighted, but if your program says weighted, there's other things we're going to do. We can do 2 weights, we can do 1 to where it makes us a little bit more off balance. So just look at your program to see what I've written in there, whether weighted, how to hold the weight, what we're doing with the weight, or if there's no weight, okay? Because each program is going to be a little bit different for each one of your needs, okay? So here we go. I've got my shoulders down and back, core in nice and tight. Core has got to be tight, butt has got to be squoze, shoulders have to be down and back if you're going to actually be able to stay upright, okay? I'm going to get my leg all contracted. My knee is now soft. This is my starting position, okay? And I'm going to, with my core nice and tight, I'm just going to move ever so slowly. This is not quick. Once you get the hang of it, you can move faster through this if you want, but actually the time under tension is a huge bonus. And I'm gonna come right to parallel to the floor. I'm guessing that's parallel. And then I'm just gonna reverse the move. Remember, pushing through my heel and making sure that my body, upper and lower, move at the same rate, okay? That is your single leg Romanian deadlift. Now, you're gonna do all on one leg and all on the other. You're not gonna try to alternate back and forth. That's too confusing to your nervous system. So you'll do all the reps on one and then all reps on the other. And then just look at how I've told you to utilize a weight if you have one. You might have, it might say single dumbbell or single kettlebell. Kettlebells are wonderful for this. In which case, you're going to put it in the opposite hand usually of the leg that's working. And I will always put that in your program so you know. And you're just gonna do the same exact thing. It's just that arm is going to go down. And then when it touches the floor, you squeeze back through the butt, pushing in the heel, and come upright, okay? We can also do these with barbells. As we progress, we're gonna do those with dumbbell flies and front raises and kickbacks. So as they get hard, as your body gets stronger and stronger, we'll make this harder and harder. But this is a wonderful move to add to your arsenal. Enjoy.